flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist.
Says it's gonna rain. Don't worry, girl, it won't change a thing. Yeah, we still got plans tonight. We're gonna kick it, that's a given, baby.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Bengals are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Browns, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the Jungle, and that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. And the D looking like they may blitz. They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use him in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Glennon. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Stephon Anthony acclimated quite quickly to the NFL. As soon as he joined the team, he became their leading tackler.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. Now Glennon. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a large yardage possibility.
Throwing, Hundley. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. Third down here. Let's meet the offensive starters, and let's discuss Corey Coleman, first wide receiver drafted out of last year's class.
And there was a reason for that. When you watched his tape, when you watched his games, you saw his explosiveness and ability to play the ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now they will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year, and the Bengals add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's got his man on the crossing route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Geno Atkins is an absolute force as a defensive tackle. Forces every offense that he plays against to alter their game plan.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. He'll try and throw for it here. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence. While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll set up a throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive, there he hits the reliable target. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Now Hundley. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 84 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns have taken the lead. And, oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. Going for the deep ball. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Glennon. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Surveying the field. And he finds a man on a crossing route. That one goes for 24 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Throwing, Hundley. His throw incomplete. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
He'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Glennon. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 24 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In motion, the tight end. Now Hundley. Buying time to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back into how they'll play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there, a 22. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Looking to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught Eifert over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Their dangerous wide receiver, 85 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Browns getting set to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And now they're in the hurry-up. They go play action here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Unfortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
But that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Now pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. They come out here in the eye. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Second down following the run. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Glennon, hit as he throws there, incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 55 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing, Hundley. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra mastered the end with a short run.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. 3rd and goal now. The defense and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Glennon. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 37-yard line. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Now Hundley. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now a handoff looking right. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Little motion now from the tight end. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. And the back goes into motion. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And they'll run it here. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Their big tight end, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're up by one. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. You know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do. No let up, no crazy plays, and they can go home with a victory.
Let's see here if they can do all those things and hang on to this victory. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.